This is just a quick tutorial video on how to replace your timing chain tensioner gasket on your 1ZZ powered Toyota MR2. This fixes quite a big oil leak. Super easy job. It's the two 10mm nuts here and here. Important to note, when you take them off, they won't be tight. Leave them on a few threads. You can see in this clip that the tensioner will push itself out. Mine was stuck. I used a little flathead to pry it off. But just leave the nuts on to catch it so it doesn't spring itself out. Note this hook. When it comes to reinstallation, that hook needs to be facing up in terms of the block. You want that hook to be looking up to the sky. All we're going to do now is compress the tensioner. You can do this just with your hands. It didn't take too much force. Some oil is going to come out when you squeeze it in. Don't need to worry about that. And then that's where this hook comes into play. You can see I've moved to the side here. There's a little pull on the right. I'm just pressing that with my thumb and then compressing the tensioner just by hand. And I use that hook to flick up over the little sort of catch on the tensioner itself, and that keeps it compressed so that we can easily take the old gasket off, put the new one on, and most importantly, it stops the tensioner sort of fighting back when we try to put it back in the block. It keeps the tensioner from just pushing itself back out. So get that hook done over. You can then peel the old O-ring gasket off the bottom, slide the new one on. I'll have a little arrow pointing to it just about now. And yeah, reinstall, super easy. Just stick it back in the block with that hook pointing up. This is the most critical step. We need to undo that hook so that your timing chain tensioner can put tension on your timing chain. The way you do this is you can either stick a 90mm socket on the crankshaft pulley down at the right hand side of the block, and just rotate it counterclockwise, sort of turn the engine over backwards half a turn, nice and slowly, or you can cheat like I did, stick the car in gear and just rock it backwards and forwards. You will hear an audible click as the hook unlatches and the tensioner puts tension on your timing chain. The torque specs for those is 6 foot-pounds. You'll see a stud came out on mine. That's not a problem, but you do want to avoid it really. You can use a stud socket to avoid that. But now that you've seen this, you can fix yours as well. Thank you.